Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Valagar Aloevain. So in this video we're going to be tackling the Butcher's Path. Now this one can be a little bit difficult here. It is located in the harbor here, just a little bit north of the center here. It is given by Mistress Ahura, and it is located, the quest entrance itself is located just down these stairs, right here in this sewer grate. So we're gonna just jump right into it, and I'll show you the ins and outs of this one here. Alright, so this one is a little bit longer here,
the infamous Butcher's Path, a gauntlet that is
but as you can see, also grants a fair chunk of experience. There's also a couple optionals here as well. The first actually being right here at this hidden door. Now, what happens here is there's going to be an ambush, a kobold ambush. It is located right here, or rather, this is where they spawn in, and they spawn once you get to the end of the path here. So if we just head backwards, we'll actually see them spawn in.
As you approach the dead end,
right there.
a padded piece behind you. It's an ambush. You successfully fended off the ambush.
Collectible. So, not too hard if you are prepared for it, but if you're not sure what's going on and you're just making your way down, you know, it can prove fatal, especially how we got that Reaper there. So we're going to head back out and just continue down the path. Now, if you do notice, I did head directly look to the left first. We did have the shaman there. Now, once we get to these kobold shamans, they're famous for casting a couple of spells. One being Obscuring Mist, which is just more annoying than anything else. The other is Lightning Bolt, and Lightning Bolt I've seen just decimate parties. Even players who know what they're doing. Sometimes, you know, you get a critical lightning bolt cast off on you, and that's it. So, I just like to take out that one guy on the box. There is a second one around this corner here, but it allows you to just remove one of them, rather than trying to deal with the group here first. Alright. Oh, and there's that lightning bolt. Luckily for us, one, I have some resistances to lightning, not a large amount, as well because I am playing a fairly reflex-capable character. We are making our saves towards their lightning bolt, which does reduce their damage. Alright, so as well, on top of that, we also have some magical resistancing, so we do take less, almost 20% less damage there as well. Alright, now to point out, there are two secret doors, one located here, one located here. Both of them are actually required for two different optionals, so I definitely recommend, if you can, get these ones. This one here, as you see, find the kobold's hidden treasure. That's located for this. This one starts that whole little bit. It is just a short little one, actually doable at the end of this hall. But if you don't pull this first lever, that's it, that's all. This one, however, this one can actually spawn in a rare inside of that door. So that valve opens up this door, and sometimes there's a named ogre that can spawn in right here. It does seem that we clearly did not get him. And then a collectible up top here. So for me, I always just go for the collectible, regardless of whether or not the ogre's there. I mean, if he's there, awesome. If not, I still got a collectible. I'll call that a win. Alright, so once we pull the lever for the hidden treasure, that'll actually open up these two little side paths. Or not side paths, but little alcoves. Here and here. So this one here is an intelligence room, and here is actually a strength lever. So especially when you're playing on newer characters, you might not be able to actually pull both of them. So it is good to have a party. From there, it opens up this chest here, which is a locked chest. Even after all that, you will need somebody that can pick or knock the lock. Once it is opened,
You
you get that experience there for finding their treasure. And we can just continue on. Alright, so as you can see, I can heal myself with our spells. Actually, I do have a stronger one here. It's not really going to do much more. With Reaper, self-healing is drastically affected. But with the use of these Lost Souls, it's like I never even cast a single spell. Alright, so I do want to point out here, there are two paths. There's a door down the gate here, or down the tunnel, or there's this door. This door actually just leads to a shrine. So there is that. I do want to point out that unfortunately this door is on a timer and will close. So you can't just open it up and continue on and have that available for you. It will eventually just close in on itself. It does leave itself, as you can see, a decent timer, but again, it does close. Now, on the other side of this door, there are a couple of casters, as well as a bunch of melee. So, just watch yourself here. I like to drag them to the other end of the tunnel, so then I can hide around the corner and avoid those lightning bolts. Once they are all dead, gate opens up here, allowing us to again continue on. There is again more casters. This one's just standing on top of the box. There is a second one who's just on the other side of the ramp. So because he moved, so there's one here, and then there'd be one right about here. Again, if you take out the one on the box first, these guys will rush you, usually giving you enough time to take them out before this one even starts to move. From here again, down the ramp, and again, once you open this up, now I do want to point out,
very close by.
there is times where you can open up this door and they're already on you. Generally speaking, they're at the back of the room. So there is a tunnel, and they're at the back of the room there. But there is some times where they'll make their way all the way down the tunnel before they even open the door. As you can see, there is a decent amount of enemies in this tunnel, or rather in this room, as well as two shamans, which this one here is usually where I see a lot of parties fall. The shamans are already almost set up at a straight shot down the ramp, and with the kobold guards here, if you get plugged up right in here, they'll be firing those nice lightning bolts right down the tunnel, and I've seen plenty of party just get wiped right there. So if you're a newer player, just, you know, I like to again stay out of the pipe, strafe side to side, making sure I get them all.
You wonder if these underwater pipes might lead to further slaughter.
So he's pointing out these pipes here. Now there is a trap box here. If we were to swim this way, as we can see, we're getting notified that there's traps here. There we are. So it can be annoying and quite dangerous too. If you do have a trapper, you can actually just disable those traps. And of course it makes a safe straight shot. The other option, and the option that most players actually take, is they just hop up here and go this route. From here we're going to need to open the lock on this door, which you'd have to do regardless, and then you open up this door here. Now the benefits of coming one way versus the other, there's a named guy that spawns. He spawns every time, and he spawns right about here. And basically, he's a named troglodyte caster, and he can hurt. If as soon as this door is picked and opened, that's when he spawns in. So if this door is still closed, it does give you a little bit of time to get in and, get to him. However, if you have a party, they can actually wait right here where he spawns. So the moment that you pick and open that door, they're already on him and already beating on him. So if you're coming in solo, it doesn't hurt to go down through there rather than spawning him here, but let's just jump to it. And again, this door is locked regardless of, which way you go. So as soon as we open up that door, there he spawns in. Take him out, and we get a chest. Now this chest has a named ring that can drop. Actually, I am wearing it here. It's the Jade Ring. Now, what it doesn't normally have, I've kind of added some effects there, the Eldritch Resistance. Normally all it has is a Resistance +1 and a colorless slot. Now, I've added in a Master's Gift. Now, this is a very handy item. Before the Borderlands had, the Keep on the Borderlands, there we go, had come out, there wasn't a lot of low level, like level 1 items that had augment slots in them, allowing you to put that master's set in, which I'll get to more later on. And actually, there will be a video here once I get higher level. More likely it'll be done once I'm at 30, that I'll really go over all the gear that I use on my character, as well as some of the gear I use when leveling up. So I'll go through all of that there. That way it's all together there for you, so you'll know what I have, know what I use, and it'll all be in one place. So one of those items is the Master's Gift. Alright, here. So once we continue from that path here, there is a hidden door here. Other than some breakables, the rest of the hidden doors don't actually contain everything, and some of them don't even contain those breakables. So there is that to watch out. As well, we actually add our full breakable list, our full ransack there as well. Alright, so this chest here, I do want to point out to be careful. Once opened, it will shut a gate right here and right here, locking you in this section, and you were locked in until all the enemies are defeated. Now it does spawn them in slight waves here. So we got these ones here. We got some in here. Ooh, famine. Once these ones are killed, it will open up there, there, and there. So just be prepared to deal with the enemies. They do spawn in a few casters, so just make sure to watch yourself. And once all the enemies are dead, or if you've been in here fighting them long enough, these gates will open. So if you happen to die and the rest of your party are trapped outside, eventually these gates open. Or if your party all dies when it opens, the shrines are actually just to the south here, allowing you to get that. Now I do want to point out that sometimes it is safer to clear the shrine first, as there are 3 oozes here. There's 2 to the right, and then 1, which is sneaking up on us here. This one spawns in kind of in this pool here behind the shrine. So just be aware that there are 3 oozes around the shrine. I know they've gotten a few people every now and then. as well. There's a couple of oozes right around this corner as well. But overall, oozes aren't too bad. Just watch out with oozes if you are attacking them with melee weapons. Unless it is a glass weapon, it will do some damage to it. The other option is to have it be an ever bright weapon, which is a named effect, or rather a random effect, or a craftable effect that you can put on some weapons there. And what that does is just make it immune to the damage from them, as well as from rust monsters. Alright, so almost done here. Alright, so here's another random one. Again, doesn't contain anything. And this is pretty much the end of the quest. Once we go up the ladder, that'll be it. If you'll notice, there is a side door here going to the north. Now, sometimes there can be a named enemy. If he is up, you will actually see him right there in the center as soon as you get out of the water. So if you're not seeing anything, like we're not seeing him, he didn't spawn, but he'll spawn right about here. So you'll be able to see him as soon as you poke your head. And other than that named enemy, there isn't anything here. No collectibles, no nothing. So, I mean, pop your head out of the water, take a look. If he's not there, head back in, keep swimming. Now, from here, if I can, learn how to ladder, right at the top, there's going to be a small pipe continuing down the path. Now, if we head down there, it's going to complete the quest immediately for us. But directly to the left, that's where that optional enemy is. And actually, if you can get close enough, you can sometimes, there we go, get him to walk around the corner before you complete. However, if you've gone through and broken everything and killed everything up to this point, you will already have full bonus, so you can just run up, complete, then kill him.
No easy
from here, there's a chest, which can have, and we got, a named trinket, which gives, in this case, +1 wisdom. Now, there are a few other trinkets that you can collect from various other kobolds in the harbor, that will give the +1s to total all the stats. So each trinket has +1 to a specific stat. Unfortunately, there isn't one that gives a +1 to all of them. So you just got to pick which one's most important to you if you're going that route. And then from here, all we got to do is click on the ladder. It sent us right out. And again, our quest giver is at the top of the ramp. So that was the Butcher's Path. Fairly straightforward quest. Can have there are some choke points where those kobolds are definitely at the advantage with all the kobolds there and the shamans. So just watch yourself, and I don't imagine you'll have much trouble with that. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Have a good one all.